First of all, before we go any further, Connor's handed me this, and Brian asked me to announce tomorrow, Monday the 13th, Murfreesboro City Schools will be opening 2 hours late, and Rutherford County schools will be closed.
Yes.
All right? And I'll announce that again a little bit later. So city schools, 2 hours late, and Rutherford County schools will be closed.
And the before and after schools for city schools is still going to be 6 o'clock. They're going to open at 6 still.
They're going to open at 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I take it the parents, do y'all have a notification? Don't y'all have a notification
They
system?
sent out a call and told everybody.
every time.
Yeah, Lisa
Right.
Trail's beautiful voice went out to all of the parents and told them what's going on.
Okay.
We don't want anybody showing up early.
Yeah, Brother David Settles is here because next Monday is Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
And if some of you that follow us will remember last year,
what a trip it was.
Carolyn Cox was supposed to be here, and Carolyn had gone to another event.
Yeah.
And she was coming home out of Nashville, and it started snowing. Mm-hmm. She stopped and got her a jar of peanut butter, went home, got a spoon, got in her jammies, and called Eddie Raymer and said, "Hey, it's cold and snowing outside.
Yeah.
I'm not coming to your show because
Yeah.
and everything. It was amazing. I had Brian on. It's one of the most viewed broadcasts I've ever done.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian was good enough to call in, and believe me, Jackson at the time was up here. Connor wasn't here yet. He opened the curtains, and man, that snow and ice was coming.
So you were
down.
actually here?
I came here.
Did you spend the night, or were you able to get out?
David,
well, I shouldn't tell everything. Okay,
you're
never
not,
mind.
You're not drinking again.
Not
That is not nice.
today is Sunday, and I also had church today. So no,
I know you did, but I don't want people to. No, I'm not that dedicated.
I went to
wouldn't stay
Longhorns
here.
after church for lunch.
I make people like Connor stay. That's his job. He's actually getting paid.
So
see?
you were able to leave the station.
Oh, yeah,
back.
yeah, I was,
We had to
but-
cancel the march last year.
Well, that was the next morning. It had been snowing all night,
Yeah.
and it was a mess.
It's
I
pretty
don't
much.
leave the house if it snows.
Yeah, there's no point in leaving the house.
No
I'm telling
point
you
in
right
leaving the
now.
house.
Yeah. Well, down here.
And bread and milk ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, you got bread, milk, beer, and eggs.
Yes, you're set.
I have cereal. I'm good.
You are here.
But my wife did ask me the other day. She's like, "How many eggs do we have in there?" This was actually Friday, and I thought, and I looked. I said, "We have 4. We have 4 eggs." And
You can make
you might.
waffles with that.
yeah, we could do some things, but 4. We did not rush the store. The only thing I did was get a couple of cases of water just in case the pipes froze.
Sure.
We have 6 boxes of cereal at our house.
You sound like Jerry Seinfeld.
I
I
love
tell you.
cereal.
Yeah.
No, we got.
There's never a time when cereal
It's
is not good.
the wife buys a dozen and a half anymore.
Yes.
And this thing over eggs is, another 50 cents for a dozen eggs. Come on, people, give me a break. David, you've got an announcement to make. I want you.
I
and
do.
You do have to go because you have to be up at 4 a.m.
I have to be up at 4 because tomorrow we have to be earlier to start our school buses because the temperatures are going to be so low
Right.
tonight, like 18 and whatever.
It's going to be cold.
Right, so got to get up extra early. But I did want to stop by and let everybody know who doesn't already know that on the 18th we are having the annual MLK breakfast at the James Union Building on the campus of MTSU.
Okay.
We're excited about that. We give out our hero awards, and I wanted to say I'm way behind because I was listening out there and I didn't pull
It's
up
all right.
my phone about who. Somebody was
sorry.
somebody was really preaching out there. I preached
She's
this
been
morning.
on the
and-
stump tonight,
yeah,
buddy.
she's been preaching tonight. But we have some awardees from the sheriff's department, the police department,
Right.
the fire department, people that have acted heroically. Listen, we've got some really good law enforcement in Murfreesboro and Rutherford County.
We do.
I cannot complain about them,
No.
even though one of them in was it Smyrna, Laverne, gave my daughter a ticket while I was in the car. It was funny. But anyway, rightfully so.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been
She didn't
there.
give me a ticket, so she has no issues with me. But for the most part, they're doing their job, and I cannot blame them, and they do it well. But we have some heroic people that work with us, and I wanted to pull this up and say some of these awardees' names because we got a bunch. Let me see if I can pull it up. I can't pull it up just yet, so I'll stay long enough to pull it up, and I'll be able to say who they are. But yeah, MLK breakfast Saturday morning, 9 o'clock at the James Union Building, the JUB.
Right.
At 9 o'clock on the campus of MTSU, as we have every year. We're inviting everybody to come out. If you want tickets, you need tickets, get in touch with me.
I was going to ask, do you have tickets available?
We do have tickets available.
Okay.
I'm happy to get them to you. You can contact me. If you don't know how to get me, you can get in touch with Ed. Ed knows how to call me.
Get in touch with the station here. They will know.
Absolutely,
Right.
Because when Ed gets upset and stuff, and he's worried everybody else.
Ed does not get upset. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, every now and then.
She doesn't know me that well. Thank you.
When he's worried everybody else and nobody will answer the phone, he'll call me. So Ed knows how to get me.
That's
He's gonna say none of this is true.
Ladies and gentlemen, look
Which
at
if
the
you know
camera.
Ed,
These people lie. Okay, they lie.
I think I believe you. I think I'm
Listen, you hear
Thank
that?
you.
See?
I got you.
Okay.
Right.
Unsolicited testimonial.
This is the last time I do anything nice for either one of you people. Okay.
When was the first time you did something nice?
Okay, please. All right. Let's not go over our history.
He let us in the building.
Okay, well, that counts.
David, just because we shared a jail cell together doesn't mean.
We need to talk. I want to hear the story.
You don't want to hear it.
No, you
I
don't.
do want to hear the story.
No,
wanna
you
hear
don't.
it. Oh my goodness! Yeah, so I've got the. Let's see, she gave me the nominations, and I've got the names. Okay, hold on. I think I've got it. I'll give it to you in a minute. If you
Sure.
let me come back in
No,
and just
let's
holler
go
real
right
quick,
ahead.
and I'll say, but because I know I'll have to jump in because
I understand.
You know.
Lindsay, what do you got going on?
So, as you guys know, I
She's
run
got a
this
book
fine
here,
bookshop.
no pun intended.
It's not a book. It's
Okay.
paper. So, I run this fine bookshop, and so I'm putting something together in March, on March 8th and 9th.
You're out of Smyrna, by the way.
Yes, I'm in Smyrna, Tennessee. And
Right.
so I am trying to get some sponsorships for it. What it's called AuthorCon. And it's a 2-day festival that we're doing at the Smyrna Event Center.
All right.
March 8th and 9th from 10 to 5 on both days. We're going to have 30 plus local and independently published authors. We're going to have 10 plus local vendors. We're going to have author panels. We're going to have speakers. We're going to record a live podcast with one of the authors that's coming. We're going to have costume contests because we want people to come dressed as like their favorite literary character. And we're going to have a photographer that'll photograph you in your costume. And we're going to have a contest to see who wins the best costume. And then we're going to have tons of giveaways. And one of the things that we're really looking for is sponsors. Because I would really love to get the Smyrna and Murfreesboro community involved. And we have 3 tiers of sponsorship, $100, $500, and $1,000. And with each one of those sponsorships, you'll get tickets to the event, you'll get gift bags, and you'll get all kinds of promotion from us for being one of the sponsors.
Now,
And
where is this at?
it's going to be at the Smyrna Event Center in Smyrna, Tennessee,
All right.
off Sam Ridley Parkway.
plug for them. The food is delicious.
It really is good.
Yes, I've heard it is.
Oh my gosh.
It's been years since I
They
ate
have
there, but
great
it's good.
food.
Yeah.
Very good.
But we definitely want to try and get as many local sponsors as possible, because if I can pull this off and make this a success this year, my hope is that I can double it next year and get more local vendors and more authors, because I really want to shine a spotlight on the community that we have here, because there's so many talented writers and so many talented RTs.
We have a lot of talent here in Rutherford County. We do.
And I'm
right
hoping,
here in the city schools and our county schools.
Exactly.
We really do.
And I'm really hoping that with AuthorCon, we can absolutely shine a light on that and really become a destination for...
Well, you know, and in what you're doing, it's like I've told you before, Connor wants to open his own bookstore.
I got you. We'll talk.
I mean, he does.
Yeah.
And I mean, these things, while, you know, maybe minuscule in the eyes of some, but they are important in the rearing of our children.
Well, and I appreciate you letting me come on the Ed Raymer Show to talk about it again, because I want to reach as many people as I can.
Right.
To talk about this event, because
Lindsay, I got to tell you,
really big.
no, I got to tell you, as David would, it's not every day a woman approaches me and sticks a 357 in my back and says, "I'm coming upstairs." I said, "Okay."
I did not do that. You made
Okay, let me tell you what we're going to do. Let's open
He
this
makes me
thing.
sound like a bad person.
Connor, let's open this thing up and let's give these two
Is
chance
not
to
a
breathe.
bad person.
I'm a
Meanwhile,
good person.
yes. But for now, my name is Edwin Lee Raymer, and yes, I'm still a private investigator. Welcome aboard.
This is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show with your host, Ed Raymer, on your Good Neighbor station, News Radio, WGNS.
And that's a little rock and roll to kick it off for you. And this is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show, and I'm your host, Ed Raymer, and this show is produced at the studios of WGNS, AM 1450, 100.5, 101.9 FM, right here in the heart of the great volunteer state, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You can reach us tonight, Lindsay or David, with your questions, your
Yes,
comments,
please.
at 615-893-1450. That's 615-893-1450. You can also text us a number if you're a little too shy to go on the air. For those of you who do not wish to be heard live, and text it, and Connor will read it for us over the air. He'll give it to me to read or whatever. You can find us, of course, on Facebook Live. You can download it. You can load us up, download us, whichever the correct term is, on YouTube, News Radio WGNS. You can go on there and find us. My wife listens on Alexa. You can find us a number of different ways. There's so many. There's so much out there now. And you can also download the WGNS app and take WGNS with you wherever you go listen, whenever you wish. Check out Jason Quall's financial coaching every afternoon through the week about 4 o'clock. Great advice, great guest. Right and correct advice, by the way. And Angela Bingham, who just left here a while ago. And I'm going to tell you, her and Angie and that bunch, if they're not full of the Spirit, I don't know who is.
She's going to be with us Saturday. She's emceeing our
She's going to be
event.
emceeing. Yeah. She's just, I'm telling you, she's just something else.
The whole family's talented, too.
Oh, listen, they sing. The girls,
and
the
really,
Bingham sisters.
really sweet spirits.
They've got some things on YouTube, too. You
Yeah.
know? Now, Dave, did you get your, David Settles is here, and he's trying to get the list of people.
I've got a partial list, and I really want to.
Partial list.
Okay, well, that's all right.
I had the
And
whole one.
Lindsay Schultz is here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited about what Lindsay was saying. I do want to just for a minute because it was really, really good. Is this just going to be? Well, you're asking all the questions, but I was just
No,
I'm
go ahead.
Is
I
it
don't
okay?
care. That's all right.
You'll take a back seat for half a
I'll
minute.
take a back seat
But
for
you'll
half an
probably-
hour.
Tell him
okay.
to,
You'll be
you
kicking.
take the front seat.
Okay, but he'll be kicking from the back seat. I know this guy. So
I got you.
It's not. Is it going to be local authors that you're showcasing?
So we have a couple independent authors that are coming, but 95% of it is local authors that we actually have in my shop.
Okay.
And then, so like some of the authors that we have are Clarence Plank, David Martin, Donna Madden, Jerry Brown, J.L. Burrows, Jim Sandman, Meredith Howland. We've got Michael and Elizabeth Cook. They are a married couple who are both writers. We have Scout Underhill, Alan Morales, Rose Prindeville, Amanda Roberts. And then we've got a lot of local vendors like Angel Love Creations, Aaron Lane Bags, Crew of Five, Leo's Fling Tea, which makes the best tea I've ever had in my entire life. Hannah Follett Photography is going to be there. Queen V Simple Creations is going to be there. So it's a bunch of local vendors
Right.
Love that.
Okay.
that all hand make something completely different from everyone else.
Right.
Like I wanted
Yeah.
to make sure
Yeah.
that the vendors were not going to make the same thing. So, and then we're also going to have Misty Mountain Gaming there, which is a D&D company
Right.
that I've connected with, and they're huge. So I'm really hoping that we get a whole group of new fan base for them.
Now,
up
this
here.
is when in March?
March 8th
So
and
we're
9th.
promoting this early. You may be back before then.
Yes, sir. I sure hope so.
Okay.
Yes,
You're
sir.
more than welcome. Now,
Thank
Dave.
You
you.
gotta have sponsors, and I'm
Yeah.
with that.
No,
Yeah,
I'm with
no,
you all the
I'm
way. No, I'm
absolutely
glad to
looking
have
for
you up here
sponsors.
tonight and to get an early start on this thing.
Yes.
Dave, we're talking about the MLK
Yes.
Day, and now next Saturday,
Yes.
which,
on
by the way,
18th.
is my wife's birthday, too.
Is it?
Yes,
Did not
yes,
know
yes.
that.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy
Johnny.
birthday, and you have my sympathy. I'm sorry. You said it was her birthday,
We
not
need
your
to be
wedding
friends.
anniversary, so I wanted to.
I think I'm just going
Right.
to take a walk and let them pay the bills, Connor.
We need to be friends.
Connor, tell me
has
what
happened.
kind of a Christmas gift you get from these two. Let me know.
You're going to get books.
Yeah.
that'd
Banned
be right
books
down
at that.
Collier's
Yes.
If I know this lady, all the
They-
books. That,
We have an entire
a whole
bookshelf
section
that
that's
is
banned.
nothing
I love
but
that.
banned
I love
books.
that. I love that.
David, what you got?
Okay, so we were just talking about Rutherford County Sheriff's Department.
People you're going to honor.
Yeah, we're going to honor these guys because they do great work. They work hard and they don't get enough recognition.
Never. No.
Sheriff Department Hero Award Sergeant Dustin Cox. You guys may know some of these people. Murfreesboro Police Department Hero Award Police Officer Michael Pendergrass. Murfreesboro Police Department Humanitarian Award, Lieutenant Chris Williams. You probably know him. Chris Williams.
Probably
He's
do,
in the
yeah.
school some and everything.
Right.
The Fire and Rescue Department. Let's see. Bo Smith and Seth Wright. The Hero Award. Justin, I don't know how to pronounce this word. Mogonye.
I can't help you.
Yeah. If you're out there, call in and tell us how to say your name.
Hang on. Mognan.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Sorry if I mispronounced it.
Sorry if we messed it up. Anybody that knows him, call us and tell us
tried.
what his name really is pronounced. Jerry Rakes and Cole Reed. Then we have the Jerry Anderson Humanitarian Award, which is given in honor of Jerry Anderson. He's a local hero here who lost his life while saving others.
Aww.
Right.
And so we honor somebody in his name every year, and that's going to be John Wesley and Cynthia Anderson. These are the names of the winners. And if you come to the breakfast on Saturday, you'll be able to hear all about why they are being honored.
Sure.
But a lot
I love
a
that.
lot of the good things that happen in our community don't get enough recognition.
Right.
But these guys are making a difference, and they've done some heroic things, and we want to point it out, and we want to say, let's say you were talking about California, and
Right.
we are really saddened by what's going on out there, but we have everyday heroes. There's going to be heroes in California, but
It's unbelievable.
it is really unbelievable how many good things happen in our community that don't get the spotlight shined on
I
them
was
enough.
watching 60 Minutes before I left to come up here, and they did a story out there. Bill Whitaker did one with some people. Lost everything.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine going back to your house and
Yeah.
everything is gone. Now, you think about the stuff
Yeah.
you've got.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't imagine.
I can't.
Well,
you
we're
know, I can't
borderline
either.
hoarders at my house, and so
All I have to do is
It's-
watch an episode of that show, and then I start
know,
cleaning.
I know.
And
I
I
do the
start
same
running
thing.
stuff to Goodwill.
And I just told my wife when I turned on, she's like, "Why are you watching that?" I said, "It's kind of like preventative medicine for
Yes.
us, because if we watch this, maybe we
Yes.
won't buy some more stuff."
Yes.
I'm a hoarder to the point that we hit all the Goodwills,
Yes.
Oh, man.
and I've gone through. We hit all the Goodwills, and we get the stuff, and then you go through your stuff and say, "I've got too much stuff," and the same stuff that you bought from the Goodwill,
Just
you
goes
put it in a
back
box.
to
Have you?
My problem is books.
My wife, the first time she saw that, she was rolling laughing. She said, "Are you kidding me?"
No.
Yeah.
Some woman had hoarded 10 cans.
Yes.
Or something.
Yes.
Just
No, thank you.
newspapers.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
It's
not
a
a nice
whole-
person because my first thought was a match would take care of
I
that.
know, and
real
we
quick.
think about that, and I thought the same thing. But I
Not
watch
nice
these
person.
people, and I've gotten so connected with them. I'm like,
I feel
oh,
so
I feel bad for them.
them. Okay.
Because a lot of them have real mental illness
Yes.
attached to these things. And I thought,
they do.
wow.
Yeah.
So if the fire thing,
Okay.
and I've wanted to feel sympathy, and I do feel sympathy for the majority of those people out there in California. And
Oh,
things
man.
Oh,
It's
I can't
something
imagine.
else.
It
I
just-
saw the winds. It was unbelievable.
It's
The
That's
trees
awful.
were just bending.
terrible. But I'm not, and I feel bad for them. I don't cry as much for the celebrities that get on there and they're like,
They have
I know.
insurance.
you
I
know,
know.
and they
Yeah.
have the ability to rebuild this house.
A lot of
But,
people may
you know,
not
you've
have
got
that.
a lot of older people, regular everyday people that live in Altadena and other areas
Right.
that lost everything that won't be able to rebuild.
They won't.
I have a cousin that lives out there, and she said that she can walk out from her back porch and see the fire. I'm like, you need to leave.
Yeah, yeah. And then the health the health
The
issues that are going to
smoke
come
in the air
from
and
that.
stuff.
The
I can't imagine.
The winds were just unbelievable.
Oh.
I mean, palm trees just.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot of
Yeah,
a
oh,
lot
yeah,
of breeze,
absolutely, yeah.
a lot of wind,
Yes.
to blow over a bunch of palm trees. And I mean, it was unbelievable.
It was
David, I know
unbelievable.
you've got to go. What else you got? I know the breakfast is Saturday.
The breakfast
You're going to
is
have the
Saturday.
march.
The
Monday.
march is Monday.
Are you going to come up next Sunday? Are you going to be able to
I may
make
come
it?
up next Sunday.
Okay.
Carolyn Cox,
You
if
are
you're out there,
invited.
give me a call. You're not going to be there, right? Are you going to be here?
Where?
Su-
Here,
think he
Sunday?
listens.
That's
are you-
Sunday at 8
I don't-
o'clock. I'll be here.
I thought maybe you're going to be out of town. No, you're not going to be out of town. somebody else is going to be
Carolyn's gonna be out of
town, and
Yeah.
therefore, okay.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about next Sunday?
Shenanigans.
MLK Day.
Oh,
It's Monday.
help my
Next
brain.
month.
Okay.
You need a nap.
People.
Hey, I don't know, Ed. You
Man.
might have been talking about the inauguration. Okay, so
I'm not acknowledging
no,
that.
that's
so free to
no.
go.
Okay,
Oh, well, did
that's
I
enough.
say a bad word?
David will
We're
be
not talking
leaving
about
now.
that.
I didn't know it could be the.
No,
Hey.
thank you. No, thank
Hey,
you, Dave.
what do I
And,
know? What do
We're
I
not
know from
talking about
anything?
that.
That's a non-issue.
That's a
That is
non-
also going on, but nobody's mentioned it. Okay,
telling
but
you.
no, yes,
And-
I'll be happy to be up here next Sunday,
Sure. Yeah.
and because Monday's a holiday, I can stay the whole time because I don't have to
Good.
get up.
Good.
We'll be off on Monday. Snow notwithstanding, it's a holiday. So
And understand, folks, this man is going to leave because he has to be up at 4 a.m.
yes,
Murfreesboro City Schools will be opening 2 hours late.
yes,
But even at that, he's still got to be up. Rutherford County schools are closed.
Yes.
All right. And Dave, you said something about the opening.
for Murfreesboro City Schools, our
Right.
before and after care is still open.
Is that
6
for
o'clock.
us? Okay. We have a caller. Caller, please go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Raymer, how you doing?
Doing fine. Hello, Jeff. Is this Jeff?
I hope you had a good 2 weeks off.
I don't know about 2 weeks off, but I was here last week.
No, I wouldn't.
No, he's just saying he didn't listen to you for 2 weeks.
Well, I was going to say, Dave, you know what day of the week it is? I don't know. You might not know.
This is Sunday. Yes.
I don't know what day it is. 20th. You should know that. But
Oh yeah.
I understand you don't understand. It's also the national championship game for football. Of course, everybody will be watching it. There's no SEC team in it, so nobody will watch the thing. They'll be just to turn something else on. But I hope you had a good Christmas and New Year's. Mr. Raymer, you have to tell us about the Five Rivers Carol next year. That's great. Goes up in Florida next to November, December. About all those great carols I shared with you. And
Who's singing Christmas carols?
Christmas carols. Yeah. Oh no, don't ask.
I
It's
know
crazy.
You watched I want to ask you. I know it's not a topic of deal, but I know you watched the Jimmy Carter funeral or saw it. It was really
Oh yes. Yeah.
beautiful funeral, I thought, everything like that. And as far as the lady goes with the bookstore, I heard they have banned some more books. I'm not which ones, but I heard they had. So I just wanted to get those comments out. And it's been a rough couple weeks here with the weather, but hopefully we can get some better weather here. And Mr. Raymer, enjoy your show. Have a good 2025 and keep fighting a good fight, man.
Thank you, my friend Jeff Neal, supporter of this broadcast. We appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you so much. Dave, anything else?
Yeah, I was just
head
going
on
to
out?
say, if Connor wants to open a bookstore, I've got a perfect name for a bookstore.
Ooh.
It could be called The Band. And it could feature banned books only.
But mine
no.
already does that.
I mean, but his could be called, he could have the name.
That's
you know what I'm
true.
That's
saying?
right. Yeah,
the
copyright
name, the
that thing.
band.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
copyright it.
Or you could
Yeah,
call it
okay.
Contraband.
Oh, that one's really good. There
That
you go.
would work, Contraband. And then you could just have all banned books.
Oh, that would really
Folks, I'm going to tell you
irritate some
something. I'm
people.
going to bring this down a little bit. I have sponsors. I have to play these, okay? This
Okay.
is not a free play.
Okay. You may not have sponsors after tonight.
I probably won't.
Hey, that will not be my fault. You're
Oh,
not
no,
blaming
Lynn's
this on
just taking
me.
a back seat.
yeah,
Okay.
of course. Hey,
No,
it was
I'm not
fun.
taking a back
Thank you.
seat, but I'm
With
just
you.
saying it's not
Thank
my
you.
fault.
Hey.
I've got to go
Thanks
to bed
so
at
much.
some
I know
point.
you do.
Yeah,
Yes,
I gotta-
okay.
I've enjoyed being here. Good to meet you.
We'll talk.
Don't let me forget because I want to be a part of the book thing.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
It's going on for
It's
in
going on.
March.
It's going on.
That's in March.
It's in March.
I'll
You'll
write
talk
some
about
down
more.
for you.
Yeah.
I'll write some down
Ed,
for you.
Ed gives me all the news, so we'll get it.
Yeah, for sure.
David Settles with the Murfreesboro City School Board. David, thank you so much. He's headed out of here. Bye-bye. Hopefully he'll be back with us next Sunday. I'll tell you, we're going to go to our first series of breaks, Connor, if we can. Please hear from all of our good sponsors. Lindsay is here with the spine.
Hi.
And we're going to be right back and talk about what she's doing. And stay with us.
From News Radio WGNS, it's your Snow Patrol report.
Rutherford County schools will be closed on Monday, mainly due to rural roads. Murfreesboro City Schools open 2 hours late, ESP open on time. More on our website.
Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-72 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
From News Radio WGNS, it's your Snow Patrol report.
Rutherford County schools will be closed on Monday, mainly due to rural roads. Murfreesboro City Schools open 2 hours late, ESP open on time. More on our website.
All right, we are back, and Lindsay is here with us. Lindsay,
Hi.
I want to ask you something.
Oh,
and
Lord.
no, I'm sincere, and we've had a lot of fun here.
Okay.
Do we have just a bunch of people that just, when we mentioned a fellow that walked in the city school board, and we've got people that are yelling and screaming at the county school,
Yep.
which you were there this week. And
Oh, yeah.
you can
That
go to
was super
YouTube, folks.
fun.
You ought to see your county school board, how this is working.
They're
Well,
insane.
it's not working, but
Oh, it's
I'm
working.
wondering if we have a bunch of people that just go around and complain about stuff.
I don't think it has anything to do with complaining. I think it has to do with one group of people deciding that they have the God-given right to make decisions for other people. And I say God-given, and it's not that I
Right.
believe in God. I'm
Sure.
a person of faith.
All right, sure.
But you have these people that think that they have the God-given right to determine what they believe to be obscene and not obscene, and that they have the right to decide what other people can and cannot read. And they're violating the law, and they're just doing whatever they want, and they're wasting librarians' time. And that's, I think, what bugged me the most about Thursday night, is that in November, they wanted all of these librarians, hey, we're going to pay you. We want you to review all these books that we think are obscene, even though
Which is a librarian's job to start with.
which is what a librarian's job start with. So the librarians, from my understanding, spent all of November and most of December going through this ridiculous list. And then
on their holiday.
On their holiday.
All their
and I mean, they
holiday.
got paid, don't get me wrong, but
Sure,
it was
I
still on
understand.
their holiday.
I understand.
So they go through and they ran it by the Miller test. They gave a summation of what they thought, and none of the books were deemed obscene. None of the books were deemed to have failed the Miller test. You know, none of them, and I mean, you can look this up on the Rutherford County School Board agenda. You
Sure.
can look at, and it
Sure.
starts at page 64, where every single book, it does not meet the criteria. It is not found to be obscene. This is vital, blah, 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 whatever. And even though the librarians did all of this work, the school board basically told them, yeah, we don't agree with you. We think that we're just going to pull it anyway. And
Based on what?
they all still think it's obscene, even though 60 plus librarians told them that it wasn't.
While their church told them, I guess, or did God speak to them, or whatever?
They just
And
think,
I am being facetious a bit about
I
that. I'm
don't
tired of listening
know.
to that.
I'm so tired of people in general, and I say this as general as possible, but using religion and their belief in God to harm other people, because that is not what God's about.
No, it's not. No.
God said love everybody, not love everybody except.
Right.
And all we're asking them to do is follow the law.
Follow the law.
And they're doing
Which
everything
was
but
put
following
together,
the law.
the Miller test was put together by a Republican, by the way.
A Supreme Court justice,
Justice
a U.S.
Warren
Supreme
Berger.
Yes.
Who was nobody's fuzzy-headed liberal.
No. And he put it
And
together
he put it
because of a
together, right.
1960s court case, Miller versus California. And he said that this three-pronged test should be what should be used to determine if something is obscene or not.
Let me ask you something. Folks, I'm not trying to put Lindsay on the spot, and she knows that, okay?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not. The J.D. Vance, our wonderful soon-to-be vice president, has written a book. I've heard of some excerpts from that, which are not really homegrown. Okay, they're pretty sordid. Some things his grandmother asked him about being homosexual. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Is his book available in these libraries?
I don't know. I would assume so. The Bible is in there.
Well, if the language is what I think it is in there, what's it doing in there?
I don't know. That's a great question. And we even had the president of the Rutherford County Library Alliance go in at one point and say to them, you have a problem with this assault scene in this book, and you have a problem with this murder scene in this book, and you have a problem with this scene in this book, but you don't have a problem with this exact thing in the Holy Bible. And all of them...
Oh, no.
We're all, and again, I'm not attacking church. I'm not attacking
I'm not
God
either.
or
I've got
religion.
Bibles. I have 5 or 6 Bibles.
Have
I don't know how many
tons.
I've got.
I have my family Bible that goes like
Sure,
4 generations
yeah,
back. That's
we do
like
too.
yay big. I've read the Bible.
Pretty sordid stories in there, Lindsay.
Yeah.
What is the Bible in the libraries?
Yes,
here
it is. I even have one in my bookshop for sale. I keep various religious texts in my bookshop. We have religious local authors that are ministers and priests,
sure.
and I love them all dearly. They're some of my favorite people. I
don't know where we're headed here. I mean,
I think that certain people are using religion to hurt people, which is not what God and faith is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about love and acceptance and understanding.
Right.
And that's not what's, in my opinion, being done. And I just follow the law. And the thing is, if you don't want to read the book, that is totally fine.
Put it back on the shelf. That's fine.
Don't use your God-given will and free will to go, that book's not for me. Okay, cool. I've got a friend who really loves biographies.
Right.
That's not my big thing, but that's their thing. So I always try to make sure that we have really interesting biographies in the store so that if they ever come in, hey, I've got a new biography for you. I have a bunch of people that are very religious that come in the shop and always look for religious books. And I always say, hey, I've got a new author for you.
Sure.
You know, I try to make sure that I have stuff
My
for
father was
everybody.
a minister, and he had, there's a copy of, somewhere I've got it, a copy of the Quran.
I
you know.
mean, sure.
He said, if you're gonna preach about it, which he never did, I don't think that to that extent, not much, but you ought to read it and know what it's
Well,
saying.
the problem is they're
You know.
not reading these books.
No, they're
cherry
they're
picking
listing
things
what
out
they've
of
heard.
them. They're not trusting
Yeah.
the people that they've hired to tell them about these books, and the people tell them this is what's in the books, and they say, nah, yeah, no, I don't care, I'm going to take it out anyway.
Well,
It's so disrespectful to librarians.
yes, it is. Now, you said some of these librarians were very emotional about this.
Yeah, they were crying. We were talking to one who was just sobbing. I just felt so bad for her. Because
Can't
she had
believe it.
spent all this work going through these books, and they just disregarded every single thing that she did,
Yeah,
had
and she's
to say.
not mad. She's not crying because her work is, she's done all this.
Yeah.
She's because they're overlooking her and
Yeah.
saying, well, Ed Raymer says he thinks it's
Well, and that's
it's
one
not
of the
it's
reasons
not
why I'm
appropriate,
doing this AuthorCon.
Sure.
Is because I want to highlight books that you may not have read. I want to highlight authors that you may not have read. I want
Of
to
course.
highlight topics and have open discussions. Like one of our panels is going to be done by RCLA. We have another panel that is
Rutherford
going to
County
be,
Library
yes.
Alliance. Right.
We have another panel that's going to be a diversity panel. We have another panel that's going to be an LGBTQ panel. Where,
Right.
I mean, and the whole point of those is to have an open discussion about why these books that cover these topics are so important, so that everyone can feel represented and seen.
Now,
It's
have
important.
you? It is important. Yes, it is. Have you nailed and becoming more important every day here
Every
in this
day.
county?
Yes.
Have you nailed down a date in March? Do you have that?
Yeah, March 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th, which
10
is a-
a.m. It's a Saturday and a Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
And
okay.
it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on both days.
Okay. All right.
And the tickets, you can get them on, the link is on our website, thespineBookshop.com, and they're $15 per day until the day of the event. The day of the event, it goes up to $20.
Okay. All right.
But like I said, if you want to be a sponsor for the event, you'll get free tickets.
Sure,
And you'll get a
sure.
swag bag, and you'll get all kinds of publication about it.
Sure,
Because
okay.
you'll be one of our sponsors.
Right.
But the whole point of all of this is so that people understand books are vital and important. And I even said this Thursday night, that by banning these books, you're telling people that are African American and Hispanic and gay or trans or Asian American, all
That
the
you're
different
less
topics,
important than-
that you don't matter.
That you don't matter. Right.
And I even said to them,
Yeah.
you're telling these people that you don't matter, but your job is to serve everyone in your community, not a handpicked group of people, which is what
Exactly.
they're doing.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, we're on a slippery slope here.
I think so. Once you start banning, look at 1984, for example.
Exactly.
You start banning books, then you start banning thoughts, then you start banning facial expressions, and then you start having the 2-minute hate where, you don't even know who your enemy is anymore. Like in that book,
Sure.
they constantly change who the enemy is. They constantly tell people, this is how you should feel about
Book
this.
was a little ahead of its time, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is that? What's the phrase? War is peace, ignorance is
Yeah.
strength, and what was the other part? What was it? Freedom is yeah. So, and you read that, and that's where we're headed. Freedom is slavery. That's what it was. War is peace, ignorance is freedom, and freedom is slavery.
And there are people that are probably listening to us right now saying, "Oh, she's crazy." That's not right. And they're the ones that better step back and
We
take a
don't
look
ever
at
learn
this.
from history. We don't ever
No,
learn from
no,
history.
no. Well, I'll say that we don't.
Look at World
No.
War II. We had the concentration camps with Jewish people, and people didn't believe that. There are still people that think that
They
didn't
think
happen.
that- they
okay?
say it didn't happen.
Then
Yeah.
you had Asian people being put into concentration camps here in
Here in
America.
America. How'd that work
And
out for us?
What are we doing down at the border right now? We're putting Hispanic families in
Well,
internment camps.
that's the plan, and
And that's what I'm saying. We
and
don't learn from history.
I don't-
And books are going to be the one thing that are going to show us what we've done.
Well, that's the easiest to go after right now.
That's because they want people to be ignorant. And
Sure.
if people are ignorant, you can control them
uneducated nation is easier to govern than
Mm-hmm.
an educated nation. An educated nation, educated people are hard to deal with because they think.
I
And I don't want to be. I don't know about you. I don't want to be around. Connor's has been in college. He's out. He's finished. He works the board. I benefit by his education
Well, somebody the other day
because you
poked
don't
at
want me sitting over there. Okay?
and said I was really angry about a lot of things.
I know you are, and you got a right to be.
And, I
don't have a problem with it.
I love you. I said, I am angry. I am angry. I'm looking at what's happening in the world. I'm looking at the people that are in my life and how they're being affected.
Right.
And they're losing their civil rights. Their livelihoods are being taken away from them. And if I want to look myself in the face and I want to look them in the face and I want to be able to tell my kid, you have to stand up for someone, I have to be able to do it too.
It's that old country song. If you don't stand up for something, you'll fall for anything, or something like that.
And
I may have that title wrong.
I want to be on the
I'm
right
sorry.
side of history.
Sure. Okay, we're going to go to our last series of breaks, Connor, if we could. And Lindsay has joined us. She's with the Spine down in Smyrna, Tennessee.
Spine Bookshop. Yes.
The Spine Bookshop. And I got to get down there. I've got to get down there sometime.
Yes,
I
you
haven't
do.
had a chance to get down there. You're right across from City Hall.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're at 304 South Lowry Street, Suite A3. We're in the
Okay.
two-story White Bolin building.
Right. The Bolin Building, who I knew both, and Imogene, I think is still practicing today. I don't know. She may have retired by now. I don't know.
I think the suite that I was in used to belong
To
to
Dave?
to a guy that did shoe repair. I keep
Really?
getting a lot of people that come in there asking about that.
I'll be doggone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, and we've got an event coming up in March, and that's what she's here to promote, and she'll be back,
Yes,
I
sir.
hope, before that time comes
Absolutely.
up. And I'll tell you what, Connor, take us to this last series of breaks. I may have Raymer back with you right after this. Stay with us.
Yes, sir.
From News Radio WGNS, it's your Snow Patrol report.
Rutherford County schools will be closed on Monday, mainly due to rural roads. Murfreesboro City Schools open 2 hours late, ESP open on time. More on our website.
Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous. It works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
From News Radio WGNS, it's your Snow Patrol report.
Rutherford County schools will be closed on Monday, mainly due to rural roads. Murfreesboro City Schools open 2 hours late, ESP open on time. More on our website.
All right, and we are back. And Lindsay, tell people what's going on. You're promoting this thing, and you're going to be back, hopefully, with us before the event again.
Yes, I will.
This is in January.
So I am trying to promote an event that I'm putting together in Smyrna for basically Rutherford County, okay? What it is, it's called AuthorCon, and it is a 2-day local and independently published author festival. We're going to have 30-plus authors. We're going to have 10 vendors, and we're going to spend 2 days selling books and selling handmade items. We're going to have author panels. We're going to have author speeches and talks and little educational stuff.
Sure.
We're going to have a live podcast with author Carrie Jones, who's from Maine. We've become very good friends, and I just adore her so much. We're going, like Donna Madden, who's on our TikTok right now, she is one of our local authors. Rose Prindeville, Dan Klefstad is going to be there. We're going to do a children's author panel, a fiction authors panel. We're going to do Rutherford County Library Alliance is going to do a panel. We're going to have an LGBT.
That's Carrie Lambert, Tiffany Fee.
Yes.
Right.
And
I noticed
Matthew
they were
Fee.
in attendance
Yes.
Thursday night. Well,
Yes, they were.
I guess now y'all weren't there Tuesday. You were there
No,
Thursday.
we were there Thursday because
Right,
Tuesdays are usually the working meeting. So Thursday
Right,
nights we're
right.
usually there. And so Thursday was the culmination of about 2 months of the librarians putting together reviews of books
Right.
and handing their information to the Rutherford County Rutherford County School Board. And the Rutherford County School Board basically just dismissed everything they said.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
And that's when you all stood and turned your back.
We did. We stood up and turned our back to the school board members for the rest of the meeting.
Where do you think this ends? Because this is not only happening here. I had a story.
No, it's happening in
happened
Florida,
with
Texas, Michigan,
South Carolina. It happened.
Georgia.
Scott Pelley did a show,
Yep.
a piece on 60 Minutes. I'm going to go home tonight and try to pull that up. They had pulled like 43 books.
Yeah.
Okay? And to make a long story short, and some of these people have heard me tell this story before, but I'm going to keep telling it.
Yeah.
Now, you're in a totally rosy red district. It's nothing but a bunch of Republicans
And I
there,
am blue
okay?
as the day is long.
Yeah, same here. Okay? And they pulled these books.
Yes,
okay.
they did.
So they divided
Wilson County
the
pulled
people up.
450 in one day.
I read every one of those books in
Me
one day.
too.
Yeah, I read them all. And
I've
yeah,
read them all, but not in one day.
I'm kind of like the Riddler was on Batman. But, I mean, it's ridiculous. Come on, people.
It really,
But-
really is.
No, it's utterly ridiculous. They, in long and short of it, they divided everybody up in groups.
Yep.
Each of them took 1 or 2 or 3 books each. Mm-hmm. They read them. These are right-wing people now.
Yep.
You know how many they had a question about? 1.
I'm sure.
Only 1. Every one of them went back on the, and I believe that book ultimately also went back on the shelf.
Well, when this whole thing started in Florida, the 30-plus books that they pulled off the shelf went back on the shelf after a lawsuit.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that I've been fighting. Yeah.
That's where we're headed here.
It's one of the reasons I'm doing this event. It's one of the reasons that I show up at the school boards every week, is I'm trying to get people to understand that when you start eliminating what people can read, when you start eliminating creativity,
In the name of God.
and honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think it's
I'm
even
gonna go
about
ahead and say
God.
it. I don't care.
I don't think
I'm tired
it's
of
about
listening to
God.
this.
I
This is
think it's
crazy.
about control.
It's just, well, that's it too. But God is he's the pry bar.
I don't think. Well, I don't think that God is the pry bar. I think that is the tool that the people are using as their weapon against education.
That's what I said. He's the pry bar.
And I don't think that that's what God intended.
No. Because like I said, I always go back to this. There's some pretty sordid stories in the Bible, huh?
Well, I just
I don't get it.
So the Ozone Cafe and Market in Tennessee, they're on my TikTok right now. They said the city of Murfreesboro paid $500,000 plus legal fees for the same sort of control and bigotry.
They did not pay it. Their insurance company paid it.
And who pays the insurance company?
You're looking at us,
taxpayers.
But they keep on.
Yes,
and
they
if this
do.
keeps going, those bonds will not. They'll renege. Those companies will say, "Hey,
well, I'm
sorry,
fairly
we're going to pay this one, but that's it. We're not going to write you anymore."
And that's one of the reasons that I want to get sponsors for this event in March, because if I can get sponsors, we can shine a light on what's happening here.
Well, I got to tell you, you are on the right track. You're going the right way. Tiffany and Matt Fee, great people. Frank and Carrie Lambert.
I wouldn't be anywhere without them.
I'm telling you. And Frank was so good. Frank and Carrie were so good to me.
Poor Frank.
They set me up. Oh, I'm telling you, it's something.
We were sitting that Thursday night, and I kept looking at him, and he would keep going, I know. It's okay.
I saw him rolling his eyes, just,
He kept trying to give me strength and patience.
He was rolling his eyes. You go back and look. We
both were.
It's crazy, but he was so good to me. Nadine Strawson was coming into town.
Sure.
She was the 18-year former president of the ACLU.
Right.
I
love the ACLU.
She was going to be speaking. She spoke Monday, the following Monday. They got her on a plane here in town, and they were good enough to bring her up here. She was here for the whole hour.
Sure.
And what a plethora of knowledge this lady is.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's incredible.
In
just a wonderful,
time that I've known
lady.
Frank and Carrie, since I would say Tiffany, Frank, Carrie, the whole Rutherford County Library Alliance, in just the small amount of months that I've known them, I have had such a education.
Oh, Lord. It's been unbelievable.
And it has been one of the most amazingly gifted things that I've ever been allowed to receive is knowing people like that and having them deem me worthy of their knowledge.
Oh, it's great.
And allow me to participate in what they're doing.
And for them to set up this thing with me, with Miss Strawson, was, I can't get a guess like that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, this lady is she's nationally known.
Yeah.
She goes around the country giving speeches now on the freedom of me and you, and basically on the First Amendment.
Sure.
And
the
she's
First
not
Amendment
carrying
is
a
so
flag.
important.
Yeah, and she's not carrying the flag
18th.
for any cause or anything else.
No.
She's just saying, here's what it says.
Well, I'm speaking on the 18th, and I want to get it right, and I'm probably not, so I'm just going to apologize now. But I think if it's right, it's
that's all right.
Americans United for the Separation of Church and State, I believe is what it's called.
Right.
And they are helping the Rutherford County Library Alliance. So they've asked me to speak on their event on the 18th, and I'll be there live. And they wanted me to speak about the First Amendment and what banned books have done, has how it's affected my bookshop. So I'll be doing that as well.
Well, you might tell them when Miss Strawson spoke here, and let me tell you something. This lady, and I don't know if she said this on the air or not. She may not, because she's not a braggadocious person. Okay,
sure.
She's not. But when she retired at her retirement dinner, she had three. Somewhat, they might be well known. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, I love her.
Justice David Souter.
Yep.
And Justice Antonin Scalia. Of all people.
I love our
I'm
Supreme
telling
Court.
you, and we used to. Well, we used to. You know. Now it's whatever Donnie wants, Donnie gets. Whatever, I guess. But
that's a whole different podcast.
And she said, "Let me tell you." Said Antonin Scalia, and there's no doubt about it. He was on the right side of the aisle, and he'd let you know it. That was fine. But he was a reasonable man. I've heard Justice Scalia in past years. I used to on C-SPAN. I'd go home on Sunday night. I'd listen to oral arguments.
Sure.
You know, and one attorney said, "Now here's what it says. The second amendment was on guns or something. Whatever. That's another big deal. You know? And Justice Scalia said, 'No, son, that's not what it says.'"
Right.
he would correct you in a
absolutely.
second, man.
I've gone back to reread a lot of that stuff that I've forgotten, and
Sure.
it's blown me away. I'm like, I should know that. I should know
telling you,
that.
Yeah, I mean, but when you have those three people speaking when you're at a retirement dinner, let me tell you something, friend. You know,
Well, it's amazing
it's
to me
unbelievable.
because the school board meeting where I talked about my assault and how the book that I was given helped me process my trauma. That was one of the most difficult things that I've ever done is putting that out there for the world to know.
right?
And the amount of people that have come up to me or messaged me or called me to talk to me to thank me for doing that because they couldn't do that.
It's unbelievable. I bet.
It's amazing.
I know it's amazing when people do that.
It's made me feel
unbelievable.
so humble that people have trusted me enough with their stories, and it
Right.
makes me realize I did the right thing. And I was really concerned that telling my story would not be the right thing, but it really was.
Tell them again when your event is. We've got 4 minutes.
It's March 8th and 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Smyrna Event Center here in Smyrna, Tennessee, and we are looking for sponsors. You can message me at thespineBookshop@gmail.com, or you can call me at 615-768-9833, and my name is Lindsay Schultz. And I will be happy to talk to you about any sponsorship opportunities. We would definitely encourage all of local vendors in Smyrna and Murfreesboro, anybody in Rutherford County. I really would love for you to sponsor this event with me. You'll get tickets and swag bags and all kinds of publicity for being a sponsor for this event. Again, that's March 8th and 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Honey, I want to tell you something. It's a pleasure to know you.
Oh,
Folks,
thank you
I
so
want to tell you
much.
something. Please visit this lady's place. You will not regret it. She comes on strong, and I'm glad she does because she believes in she believes in what she's doing. I like a person that stands their ground.
Yes, sir.
And there are some people that don't really like that.
My
you know.
stepfather would very much disapprove of me if I did not stand my ground.
Really?
Yes, sir. He was a retired Air Force colonel. He graduated from MIT with honors and West Point Military Academy with honors, and is literally the smartest person I was ever privileged to meet.
Yeah, they're pretty good schools.
He's a good dude. He was incredible to know. He was a great dad.
They're okay schools, yeah. He's going to whip me if he ever meets me, I'll tell you. Thank you. It's
You're
been a
so
pleasure.
welcome.
No,
thank you for having me on.
I'm more than happy to do it. Connor, thank you again for
Thank
a
you
great
so
job.
much.
We're going to get our next guest in here. And I'll tell you what, till next Sunday night at 8 o'clock, I'll see you down the road. Take care.
Thank you so much.